going to be making a nice little dish made out of chicken and some cremini mushrooms and bell peppers, onions, a wonderful addition of a whole grain Dijon mustard that was given to me. I'm excited to use it. Some capers and some beautiful wine, a lot of seasonings, and so we have some nice stuff going on over here. So this is where I fried my chicken, and I took it out, I seasoned it, I basically lightly fried it, and then I added a little bit of this wine, and I just braised it a little bit until I can get all those beautiful flavors in there, because that's going to make a nice gravy sauce. So here we go. Let's get this party started. Sometimes you just have to enjoy your own company, and it's wonderful to have company, but it's even better when you can enjoy your own company and you can have some peace, quiet, and cook a good meal for yourself. Yeah. So I'm hoping that's what you'll get out of this one. Just wash your hands and then, alright. And so I have a variety of seasonings here. I have the 21 flavors, or their Provence if you prefer. And I have some thyme because I want that rustic flavor to come in. Pepper and salt, and that's all I have. And basically what I seasoned my chicken with was some granulated onion and granulated garlic with some salt and pepper, and I just put a little bit of oil because the chicken itself has a lot of fat. And then I let it brown, and I covered it up until it can get tender. I want my chicken tender. I don't want it, I just want it tender. You could use like strips of, you can fillet your chicken. You could use chicken breast for this recipe. I think it'll be a good recipe. So, alright, and so I have a lot of fun going on in there, okay? And so I want to deglaze the bottom. So I'm going to reheat this. And what do I serve it with? I was thinking you could serve it with some pasta, or you could serve it with just some rice. And I just have like plain rice in there. And make sure you have a green salad with it, or some sauteed greens, or even peas. I mean, anything kind of, you want to bring some color and flavor, and you want to have a balanced meal for this, right? Okay, so this is a good Sunday dinner. I love cooking. I guess it's just one of my favorite pastimes to cook, and I enjoy it, and I've enjoyed it for a very long time. And as much as I try to stop, I just continue. And for those who encourage me to keep cooking, God bless you, because sometimes I just want to quit, but thanks for encouraging me to continue to cook. You know my heart. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and deglaze this just a little bit, and then I want to make a slurry with this with a little bit of flour. And basically, you grab a bowl, and I'm just going to go ahead and add my flour in that. And you really should learn how to use a slurry, because that's like your thickening agent. And basically, it's something you can start off with gravy. You can start off with a roux. I think I've done a couple of roux for you, so this is something a little bit different than your normal. And so I've deglazed this, and that's going to darken up the gravy quite a bit. Okay, put some more deglaze in there. That's probably going to be for me. Okay, and then you just kind of mix it. You just, a little bit of flour, and you mix it up, but I'm not going to put it in right away. I'm not going to add it right away. I just want to make sure that I get all the balls out of there. You know, the little round balls, you just want to make sure that it's smooth. So I'm gonna set this aside right now, and I'm gonna add my onions, and they're basically julienne. Just add that in there. My bell pepper, and I have it on high heat because we're not messing around right now. So we're going to put our bell pepper in there. It's just a nice sauce to make for your chicken. And then my creminis. So go ahead and add those in there. Well, after you saute. Getting a little ahead of myself here. My mouth is like salivating. It's like salivating right now. Oh, by the way, these tomatoes over here are going to be for my salsa. I'm going to can some salsa because I want some for the winter. And tomatoes, like I posted before, tomatoes are like wonderful ingredients during the summer. They're nice and sweet, and the peppers are nice and hot, and everything you need. And it's really simple and easy, and it's cost effective, and you make your own salsa. So don't forget to check that one out because that one's pretty good. Oh, that's looking really good. I think you can see that. See how pretty that is? I'm going to add some carrots to it. That would be good too, but I kind of want to let my cremini mushrooms, and then I added the onions for that flavor. So go ahead and add mushrooms in there. And then I have some flat leaf parsley. I'm just going to add just a little bit of that in there. Okay, don't mind if I do. Don't bite. Those are good. Oops. And this is a nice meal to have, like if you want to get away from all the spices and whatnot, and it's like time, like you feel that little fall coming back, and you kind of feel it, and it's like, okay, fall's around the corner, so I want to make something that isn't so, you know, that you kind of want to keep it light, and yet you want to make sure that you have those influences of the summer, so kind of like a transitional period. We'll go ahead and add a little bit of my lemon, half a lemon. It's always good to add. Get that acidity in there. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some chopped up, minced up garlic in there. Add that in there. Yeah. And this would be good, like if you're doing beef as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and taste it. Add a nice teaspoon, okay, maybe a couple teaspoons of that mustard. I'm going to start adding my seasoning in there. Little capers. I want to put some capers in there as well. Hey, fellow. So I have 21 flavors here. I mean seasoning. Salt. I have that beautiful thyme. I know it's dry. You could use fresh if you'd like. And sometimes I just like to, and that's salt, sea salt. And I pregnant. Sometimes I just like that. Seems to be a little bit more rustic when you add the I'm probably not even going to use a lot of this slurry. Go ahead and add that in a little bit. And this will make a nice gravy sauce. And if you want to put some bouillon in there, like some umamis, which is a bouillon, you know, to add a little bit more flavor, you can, but you really don't need to because you actually have a lot of flavor in the fawn. And then I'm going to add a little bit more wine. And if you have a marsala, it's even better. I like marsala. It just makes the food taste better. See how that's starting to thicken up? So it's starting to thicken up a little bit here. Let's taste this. Make sure I have enough seasonings in there. Oh yeah. I'm going to add some pepper. Probably add a little bit more salt. Actually, since my chicken is already seasoned, it's really seasoned, so I'm going to go ahead and put my chicken in there. Okay. Let that simmer away. Yeah. And this makes a great family dish. Telling you. So that's a little bit of the fat that I took out, and I'm just going to stick that in there. I'm going to lower it so it can simmer for a few minutes. And I'm going to cover it up and let that get nice and, oops, nice and tender. So, okay. If you don't want to serve this over rice, serve it over a nice, beautiful bread. And get a nice bread. Get a loaf of French bread, artisan made, oh please, because it just tastes better. And then grill it, and then you can make a garlic bread, and it's delicious. And I would do a nice bread with this, because this is like kind of elegant. And it's delicious. Okay. You want to serve it family style, you want to serve it right out of the cast iron. Make sure your edges are clean. It just makes, you know, food presentation, just makes the food just a little bit better. And that's nice and thick and beautiful. Now, and serving it on a plate, I would just serve it on a nice white plate. I just think that white plates are nicer. Capers kind of give that little sweet, they're kind of, to me, they're kind of sweet and tangy. So they're swangy. I just love capers. And they go well with fish and poultry. And these are already marinated. You just chop them up a little bit. Put them in there. Yeah. enough caper so that I can really taste it. So I'm going to put plenty of capers in there. Just cut them up because it'll release the flavor. The capers will release its flavor. Okay. So, we spoon this. Just kind of we have to put a little bit more liquid in there. And by all means, if you have stock instead, use the stock. So those red bell peppers, and you got to see this really close up. I'm going to put just a little bit of this flat leaf parsley in there. So the red bell peppers contrasting with all these elements, you know, these beautiful brown elements are just talking and saying, I'm good, I'm delicious, so I'm quite delicious. So I want you to see this. There you have it. A nice elegant meal for dinner for your family. If you have someone that's coming over and you want to impress, you want to serve this on your next catering, go for it. This is a nice, I don't even know what to call it. All I know is that I just like putting dishes together, and I should give it a name, right? Well, when I figure it out, I'll post it. Let's give it a nice little taste. That is so delicious and so tasty, and it's got a lot of flavors. It's very rustic. So I think you're going to enjoy that meal right there with a nice glass of white wine. And if you want to use some bread, I'm going to use some rice just to change it up a little. You can serve it with pasta. But that's ready to go. So, okay. So, let me know what you think, and hopefully you enjoy this one. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.